Okay, so these days we are reading this wonderful book, The Five Types of Wealth, जो कि हमें वेल्थ का और लाइफ का एक ब्रॉडर नज़रिया देती है ताकि हमारी लाइफ में बैलेंस हो, और बैलेंस होगा तो ब्लिसफुल होंगे। कल हमने प्रोलॉग पढ़ा था इसका और हमें काफ़ी डीप अंडरस्टैंडिंग उससे हुई, और हमारा और बल्कि इंक्लिनेशन बढ़ा कि इस बुक को हम और इन डेप्थ तरीके से पढ़ें। तो आज हमारा फर्स्ट चैप्टर है, तो उसको हम आगे समझते हैं। 1000 years of wisdom। जी।
1000 years of wisdom. What advice would you give to your younger self? In late 2022, I asked this question to a dozen 80 and 90-year-olds as part of my annual birthday ritual. Every year, I conduct a new and hopefully interesting exercise that will push me to think and grow. In past years, I had written gratitude letters to all my family and friends, gone on a 12-hour silent walk. Just a and attempted my version of a Misoji challenge, a Japanese ritual that involves doing something so challenging on one day that it has lasting benefits for the rest of the year. But 2022 felt different. The birth of my son in May had altered my relationship with the most fundamental reality, time. Observing the passage of time, both in his daily changes and in the juxtaposition of the newness of his life, with the suddenly apparent maturity of my parents' lives, had left me wrestling with its very nature. I decided to explore the wisdom that time has to offer by talking with those who had experienced much more of it. My younger, naive self had sought advice from the richest people he knew when charting his life course. My older, slightly more enlightened self would seek advice from the wisest people he knew to do the same. I wondered how older people would reflect on what they had learned. What did they regret? Where had they been led astray? What had brought them lasting joy and fulfillment? What detours had proven to be better than the original route? What had they known for sure that just wasn't sure? What did they know at 90 that they wished they had known at 30? अभी भी हम देखते हैं कई बार कुछ ऐसे पोस्ट्स होते हैं जिसमें आई विश आई न्यू समथिंग एट 20 और 30 for people even at 40 or 50. I had these conversations with a diverse and fascinating group. A video call with my 94-year-old grandmother in India, born a princess of a small kingdom prior to her family being run out by the British colonists, yielded this beautiful insight. Never fear sadness, as it tends to sit right next to love. An email from a 98-year-old family friend who had spent his career as a Hollywood writer yielded a personal favorite. Never raise your voice except at a ball game. His 88-year-old wife, a former soap opera star whom he had met on set and fallen desperately in love with, added, "Find dear friends and celebrate them, for the richness of being human is in feeling loved and loving back." In a text message, the 80-year-old father of a close friend expressed regret over his body's deterioration over the years. Treat your body like a house you have to live in for another 70 years. He added, if something has a minor issue, repair it. Minor issues become major issues over time. This applies equally to love, friendships, health, and home. A 92-year-old who had recently lost his beloved wife of 70 years said something that brought tears to both of our eyes. His poetic ode to their evening practice: tell your partner you love them every night before falling asleep. Someday you'll find the other side of the bed empty, and you'll wish you could tell them. My last conversation was with the 94-year-old great aunt of one of my dearest friends, and she delivered this beautiful closing insight. When in doubt, love. The world can always use more love. The responses ranged from playful and witty, dance at weddings until your feet are sore, to deeply moving, never let a good friendship atrophy. Some were common tropes repeated over the years. Always remind yourself that your track record for making it through your bad days is perfect. Others were original and thought provoking. Regret from inaction is always more painful than regret from action. The wisdom I gathered was the product of 1042 years of lived experience.
तो जैसे कई लोग कहते हैं ना कि कई लोग काफ़ी सारी चीज़ें करते हैं और कहते हैं कि हम ये रिग्रेट नहीं चाहते कि 20 साल बाद हम कहें कि काश हमने ये ट्राई कर लिया होता, तो हम कर ले रहे हैं। भले ही कुछ उसका रिजल्ट अच्छा ना भी है, लेकिन हम कर तो लें। तो रिग्रेट फ्रॉम इनएक्शन इज ऑलवेज मोर पेनफुल देन रिग्रेट फ्रॉम एक्शन। तो इनएक्शन का पेन ज़्यादा है। तो ये अच्छा एक रिफ्लेक्शन का क्वेश्चन है हम सबके लिए कि ऐसी कोई चीज़ है जो भी हम करना चाहते हैं पर हम नहीं कर रहे हैं, तो करके पछताया जाए या ना करके पछताया जाए।
Right. I hadn't steered the dialogue in any way. I had simply posed the question and let each of them take it as they wished. They had independently focused on a variety of things: build lasting relationships, have fun, invest in your future mental and physical wellness, raise well adjusted kids, and more. There was certainly immense value in what I heard, but perhaps even more value in what I didn't. In all the advice, insight, and wisdom shared, there was a notable omission. No one mentioned money.
इंटरेस्टिंग।
Hmm.
इस तरह की और भी बुक लिखी गई है ना कि डेथ बेड रिग्रेट्स या 5 टॉप 10 रिग्रेट्स, टॉप 5 रिग्रेट्स।
Yes.
ये नहीं कहता कि काश मैंने और पैसे कमाया होता,
Hmm.
लेकिन आयरनी इज दैट कि स्टिल एवरीवन इज डूइंग दैट।
Hmm. True.
इंटरेस्टिंग है ये।